After the warriors who saved the world returned triumphantly, the gift I received was my parents' cremated ashes. The reward was expulsion from school. Even the childhood friends who were close to me in the past. He also said that he was the son of Doom, just because in these 8 months, he fights the devil alone in another world. Stop the monster's plan to invade the earth. Everyone in the other world thought that the warriors had returned, will definitely be loved and respected by the world. But the reality is that he is alone on the street. Even an inconspicuous little thug, you can also control the warriors at will. The strong dissatisfaction and injustice made him raise his right hand, still laughing at the middle school girls, but changed his attitude in the next second. The warriors also figured it out. Is saving the world a mistake? Don't I deserve the love of the world? Why, a triumphant ending, but it destroyed my family. The demon slay a boy will eventually become a demon. From now on, the name of the warrior no longer for protection. On the contrary, destruction is the synonym of warriors. Everyone only cares about themselves. As long as you live well, that's enough. Never cared about other people's feelings. As long as there is a little reward after returning. A warrior would not pick up a giant sword, waving at the humans he once protected, looking at the childhood friends who grew up together. Now I curse at myself, holding a stick. He wants to avenge his father, but was caught by the warrior's hand, and he was still angry and yelled that he wanted to kill himself. The warriors were also completely angered by the sentence. A sword pierced through the chest. From now on, the warriors no longer have any relatives or friends. Some are just a heart of revenge. In fact, there are many people who have the same experience as Kim Minyo. They all used their lives to protect the world in another world. After returning, no one received the due reward. Because of the absolute strength, the warriors ruled the continent. The people who survived were also managed centrally. Every island has a warrior, as long as they feel a little dissatisfied. Punishment can be imposed at will if someone has the intention to rebel. They will also be severely punished. Just when he was about to crush the girl to death, suddenly a meteorite fell from the sky. The person who came was Park Young-soo, the childhood friend he had killed earlier. Now he is reborn as a warrior. But unlike other warriors, he doesn't hate humans, because he was killed by the sword warrior not long after. They don't look like they're in the same group, the girl said quickly. This guy is the follower of sword warrior Kim Minyo. He has killed many people on this island. Kim Minyo completely angered Park Young-soo 3 times. Even if he is a follower, he should die. The golem warrior immediately controlled the puppet to attack. Park Young-soo waved his spear to block, then rushed forward quickly. Arrived in front of the golem warrior, a horizontal blow accurately removed both hands. Then kicked in the chin, step on it, said lightly. The sword warrior in your mouth. Are you wearing white armor? If you dare to say, I will slowly remove your whole body. The same thing happens if you say you don't know. Under these inhumane conditions, the golem warriors still refuse to admit defeat. Even if the limbs are broken in the end, there is a trace of disdain on his face. Park Young-soo didn't expect. The puppets behind him suddenly fell down. The golem warrior also took the opportunity to escape from the battlefield. The grievances in my heart gradually burst out. Shouldn't I be like this, like Kim Minyo? To save the world, he also went to another world to fight the magic fog. But after returning, my father told me to get out of the house. The welfare home doesn't accept me even though I've grown up. I worked hard for 2 months, but because of age, no salary. Now I finally get some reward, but it's going to be taken away. After Park Young-soo blocked the attack, pointing a spear at the warrior, gives the spear lightning attribute, and use the warrior skill Divine Strike. Stab the golem warrior with all your strength. The attack was as fast as light and pierced through the defense in the blink of an eye. The golem warrior was also half destroyed, then vomited blood, fallen here, the moment he closed his eyes. People in another world are still making statues for him. Looking forward to the golem warriors on Earth. Live happily with the death of the golem warrior. This magic island has regained its freedom. To seek revenge on sword warrior Kim Minyo. Then he prepared to go straight to S-City. At this time, a girl named Zimin came forward. He said he was familiar with the abilities of the warriors in each city. Can find the most suitable path to go to S-City to find Jin Minju? The reason why Zimin did this, it's because I'm like Park Young-soo. My family members died inexplicably at the hands of the warriors. Want to use Park Young-soo's power to avenge himself after understanding everything. A man and a woman also reached a consensus. If you want to hurry up, then the next opponent is the Sea Dragon warrior. She once destroyed the Pacific Fleet single-handedly. Its mount, the Sea Dragon, is comparable to a sea tank. No one on the sea survived his hands. It can be said that it is the overlord of the sea. To sail on the sea, the two found the surviving fleet. The other party also agreed to pick up the two of them. At this time, the depths of the sea. In the center of a huge tornado, A man and a dragon are resting with their eyes closed. Suddenly, Hai Long looked up. The warriors reached out and touched. There is no way they can reach the coast. At this time on the sea, there is a boat speeding along. A man and a woman are discussing countermeasures in the room. Xiao Man said, "The sea dragon warrior is completely different from other warriors. If I'm correct, women are in control. The sea dragons will obey orders and attack. In the impression, the fire from the sea dragon can destroy the fleet. The magic cast by women can block all attacks." Park Young-soo couldn't help but sigh. Offense and defense are indeed difficult. Suddenly, the alarm on board sounded. Everyone quickly returned to their posts. Park Young-soo stood alone at the boat holding a rifle, looking at the countless figures in front of me. The ship's artillery immediately began firing. The sea gradually turns red. Then dead fish appeared one after another. At this time, many people jumped on the boat. Seeing the scene, Park Young-soo understands. These fish were extremely frightened, and the one who is chasing them is our enemy. Then a huge vortex suddenly appeared in front of. In the blink of an eye, a huge sea dragon appeared. The person who came was none other than Shen Shiwei, the sea overlord and sea dragon warrior. After learning that the golem warrior is dead, the sea dragon spewed flames at the fleet without hesitation. This is a love story that transcends race. The king of Atlantis with sea dragon bloodline, but fell in love with an ordinary high school student on Earth. Just because Shen Shiwei is a warrior who traveled from another world, came to save their world from destruction, and kill the demon king to stop their plan to invade the Earth. The king accidentally fell deeply in love with the warriors, but Shen Shiwei must return to Earth now. For this true love, King Hai Long decided to give up his throne, go to Earth to live with Sim Suwa. The difference between time and space. Sea dragons cannot adapt to the environment of the Earth. Prolonged discomfort let the body gradually lose control. Shen Shiwei also hugged her boyfriend distressly, decided to use all my savings to buy an island. But on the way to the island, Hai Long's body is completely out of control. A light suddenly lit up on the boat. Suddenly, a huge monster appeared on the boat. Because of the huge body, all the people on board died. In order to eliminate this foreign body, the top leaders decided to send out the strongest Pacific fleet. But what is unexpected is that the fleet was destroyed before it even fired a shot. Shen Shiwei was watching this scene indifferently at this moment. In another world, we fight the devil together to protect the world. Now, I am not afraid to go against the world for you. Until the appearance of Park Young-soo's warrior easily blocked the strongest attack of the sea dragon, the crew also seized the opportunity. Direct all your firepower towards the sea dragon. Shen Shiwei slowly raised her hand. A magic shield gradually appeared before my eyes, blocked all the incoming gunfire. Seeing that Hai Long and Park Young-soo are still in a stalemate, he held the trident tightly in his hand. Gather up enough energy and throw it forward with all your strength. Its sharpness can cut missiles, rushing towards Park Young-soo. Suddenly, Shen Shiwei raised her two fingers. The trident flew upwards, following Shen Shiwei's dance-like performance. The guns on the ship were destroyed one by one. The crew also died on the spot. Explosions continued to sound on the ship. Finally flew to the captain's room, killing people and breaking through the wall at the same time. At this time, Park Young-soo was trying his best to block Hai Long's attack. Unable to intervene to defend against the trident behind him, suddenly blood spurted out. A sailor holds tightly the trident that has pierced himself. Gritting his teeth, he said, "So many brothers have died in this battle. Now it's time for me to go find them." Then he looked behind him and said, "Don't let us down." Seeing the blood-stained trident in front of me, he immediately strengthened his left hand and went forward to hold and give yourself the freezing attribute. Then the defense was lifted, holding the trident tightly. Throw it forward with all your strength. It also has a powerful freezing ability. Let Shen Shiwei start casting spells immediately. Cast the secret Atlantis Aegis. This formation has never been completely broken because its interior is composed of 5 layers of magic array. The defensive capability also increases gradually, but in the blink of an eye, the 4th floor was destroyed. It stopped completely when the 5th layer was on the verge of breaking. Shen Shiwei also breathed a sigh of relief at this time when looking at Park Young-soo, but I found that there was no one there. When you find out, already came to Hai Long. Park Young-soo immediately grasped the giant sword with both hands. Use the warrior technique to swing forward with all your strength. The powerful sword energy instantly split the sea dragon into 2. The same is true for the warrior Shen Shiwei above in these last few seconds. Shen Shiwei reaches out and touches Hai Long, saying "I love you" with tears in my eyes. After saying this, one man and one dragon split apart at the same time. All that's left is the engagement ring, and only one breath left. I still say "I love you" to Hai Long. With the death of the sea dragon warrior warriors and crew. Only Zimin and Park Young-soo were left on the boat. The next morning, a helicopter is hovering overhead. The visitor is the captain of the warriors team of the H Country Reconstruction Department, facing Park Young-soo, who had already killed two warriors. They had to put down the ladder first, said he was coming to greet them. The two had no choice but to climb up the ladder, inside the helicopter. But as soon as they sat down, the other party pointed a gun at them. It means that we are here to escort you. We still don't know your real purpose in killing the warriors. Then remove the steel plate in front of you. A half-body-sized bomb appeared, warned Park Young-soo if he dared to resist. Then we'll all be blasted into dust and fed to the fish in the sea, even if you don't die and fall into the sea. There are only countless guns and cannons waiting for you to land. Faced with this blatant provocation, the resentment in my body began to emerge. Fortunately, Zeman kept persuading me to be patient. Only then did Park Young-soo loosen his left hand that was tightly holding the weapon. 2 days later, the helicopter landed on an abandoned building. At this time, the two were being escorted. Army calls Park Young-soo a rebel warrior. Park Young-soo himself did not expect. It is a mistake to be strong. The mistake is that it cannot be controlled by country H. Not a puppet they can call upon at any time. At this time in the sky, there's a drone monitoring this place. The entire city is under surveillance ... and control all of this. It is another warrior who rules the earth. At this time, Park Young-soo was being held in the interrogation room. No one asked for 3 consecutive days. Let hunger fill the whole body. Suddenly, gunshots ring out outside the door. Then the door of the interrogation room was opened. The handcuffs were removed shortly afterwards. After removing the eye mask, what I saw was Zemin and a muscular man. The man started to introduce himself. He said he was a strong warrior who came to rescue. Zemin also whispered beside him, "Country H wanted to kill us from the beginning. If it weren't for him, I would have died." The Iron Fist warrior laughed. "The department is not a good thing. Your power is beyond their control. They can only feel at ease if they kill you." Just then, Park Young-soo breaks the hemp rope. A weapon bursts through the wall, grab the spear, and yell, "Get out of here." Zemin is about to stop Park Young-soo, but was caught tightly, questioning, "Is this your determination to seek revenge on the warriors? I thought you would understand me. I didn't expect you would betray me." The Iron Fist warrior was explaining at the side. "We warriors aren't that bad, just came to the wrong era." What he got was Park Young-soo's almost crazy response. "You people are killing innocent people. I am no longer qualified to be a human being." As soon as the words fell, then he put down Zemin in his hand. "Get out of here," with a cold look. Zemin can no longer act. I cried out in grievance, "Isn't this enough?" At this moment, a figure suddenly appeared. The person who came was the captain who had arrested him earlier. Why did I choose to play this role? It is to determine whether Park Young-soo is on the same side as the country. The Iron Fist warrior is just an actor he found himself. If Park Young-soo finally followed him out, what awaits you is not only countless explosives and a group of well-prepared assault troops. If these two things still can't stop you, we will detonate the 100-ton bomb hidden in the floor. Hundreds of officers will die with you, and all these sacrifices are just for a warrior who betrayed humanity. After both sides expressed their determination and attitude, a consensus on cooperation was reached. Came to the last underground city of human beings. The news that Park Young-soo had killed two warriors had already spread. People are proud of Park Young-soo, but at this moment, the top of the dungeon suddenly broke. The people who came were the remaining 7 warriors. The leader among them, it is Sword Warrior Kim Min-yo. The 7 warriors who came to fight were possessing Blood Devil's wings, Vampire Warrior Hong Hualong, inheriting the Heavenly Tao, Faith Warrior Bak Ha-na, master the secrets of the world, Magic Warrior Ma Yili. There is also the powerful Iron-Fisted Warrior Zheng Yihao, Time Traveler Returns Warrior Lee Seung-jun, Kung Fu Master Martial Arts Warrior Chen Qi-sheng, Transformers Warrior Li Jialan, and the one with the strongest power, Sword Warrior Kim Min-yo, under the command of Li Qingjun. Li Jialan immediately started the bombardment mode. Suddenly countless shells flew out from his back. Head straight for the building in front. Seeing the shells flying towards me, he immediately ran to the control room and ordered the interception system to be activated. But the strange thing is, no one spoke at this time. The next second, everyone was wearing a cross-eye patch. Everyone looked at the captain and said in unison, "Do you believe that, adult?" And this is exactly the skill of the Faith Warrior Bak Ha-na. As long as it is within 10,000 meters, everyone will obey his orders. Faced with this emergency, the captain immediately hid and called all the troops to start counterattack. But he didn't expect the other end of the intercom. It was the Iron-Fisted Warrior Zheng Yihao who was talking to him. "Then let me protect your city." The scene changes. The intelligence department also killed all of them during the 2 time space shuttles of the returning warriors. Helicopters in the sky ready to launch an attack. It was also easily destroyed by the vampire warrior Hong Hualong. The previous famously brightly lit underground city. It was reduced to ruins in just 2 minutes. Suddenly, a spear flew towards Jin Minju. Qian Zhisheng came to him immediately. Use the martial arts secret method of 1,000 defense formation. One-handed strike only. Just block the spear and change the direction. But Qian Zhisheng also suffered a serious injury to his left hand. After all, this shot, but the gun warrior Park Young-soo's full-force attack. Jin Minju also took a look at this time, recognized the man who stopped him from destroying the world. Seeing this genocide enemy who has been waiting for 10 years, Park Young-soo's eyes were full of murderous intent. He took away his most beloved relative. It was he who ruined the campus life I longed for. He destroyed this beautiful world. All. It's all because of Kim Minju's appearance. Let everything you have be gone. A bunch of artifacts obtained in another world, gradually appearing behind. Holding the holy spear in the left hand and the magic spear in the right hand. Park Young-soo has waited too long for this battle. Same thing with Kim Minyo. When you are ready to summon your sword, Park Young-soo immediately launched the Holy Demon Attack Formation. A powerful attack combining good and evil. Rushed towards the 3 people. Sudden attack split in 2. Blast through the mountains and rivers around you. A second ago, there were 3 warriors huddled together. Now, there are only 2 people and a pair of feet left. Powerful energy fluctuations, it also attracted the attention of other warriors. According to the traces left by the battle, people also began to pay attention to, at this moment, Bak Ha-na, who only had a pair of legs left, but strangely, it resurrected with a golden glow. Following closely, Qian Zhisheng hurriedly said, hurry up, it's too late, we'll be hurt by mistake again. Park Young-soo grabbed the poison gun behind him, throw it directly at Kim Minyo. When shooting behind him, immediately emit bursts of green air. Just 1 second, Jin Minju has already started bleeding from all 7 orifices. In Park Young-soo's eyes, I saw eyes that were sadder than mine, but there seems to be a trace of desire to be redeemed. I actually thought about saving myself. Jin Minju immediately understood all this. He wanted to enjoy the joy of killing himself alone. I still thought about happiness. What a stinking thought. Retreat knife. 1 sword and 2 guns collided like this. Both of them want to kill each other. Suddenly, an explosion resounded through the sky. They both lay on the ground. All that's left is the sound of dust blowing by. The weapons also lay quietly aside. In their minds, they all think of their own sadness, recalling these scenes that I can never forget. Then they both open their eyes at the same time, summoning your own blessing ability. The demon armor and the goddess armor begin to possess. One is the embodiment of evil that seems to have destroyed everything. The other is the messenger of justice who seems to protect everything. Take up your weapons. Each of them used their strongest skills, rushing towards the opponent with all your strength. This battle is the last battle of mankind. This is also the final battle that the gun warrior Park Young-soo has been waiting for 10 years. Facing the warrior who once wiped out his entire family, the anger in my heart is constantly turning into strength. Keep attacking Jin Minju at the same time. The defense force also encountered a strong enemy. The Iron Fist warriors are preparing to support Kim Minyo. Suddenly, a missile flew behind me. Accurate explosion on Jung-gi Hao's back. But as a man with indestructible power, guns no longer pose any threat. The same is true for the blood-sucking warriors, being delayed by many people throwing stones. The whole world is using their lives to buy time for the gun warriors, blocking other warriors from supporting Jin Minju because they know this is their last chance. Park Young-soo holds the earth-splitting gun tightly. He jumped up and threw it at Jin Minju after being blocked by a sword. The Earth-Shatter Spear starts to activate its skill. Turn the surrounding land into a swamp. This is used to restrict Jin Minju's actions. Park Young-soo then grabbed the Dragon Spear. A dragon roared and flew towards Jin Minju quickly. The earth is broken, but it still can't hurt Jin Minju at all. Finally, Park Young-soo used his strongest attack, combining the power of the 5 elements. Diving down with a gun in hand, Jin Minju couldn't help but sigh at this time. You are indeed very strong, but that's all. Retreat knife. The huge sword light instantly appeared in front of Park Young-soo. The mountain in front of me was suddenly split in half. Park Young-soo's left hand also disappeared. Seeing this scene, Jin Minju just said indifferently, "Your sadness is not enough. You said my sadness was not enough. My family died because of you. This originally beautiful world is also going to be destroyed by you. You destroyed the wonderful life I had. Isn't this sad enough? The only person you care about is yourself? When have you ever thought about the other people you hurt?" Park Young-soo at this time, seeing this man who destroyed everything for him. Anger has filled my mind after Jin Minju easily dodged the punch, immediately counterattacked and hammered Park Young-soo in the face, still speaking indifferently. You are not as pitiful as me. You can't understand my sadness. I can see it in your eyes. You still have a chance to redeem your soul, but my everything, it's irreversible. Then he kicked Park Young-soo away, hit the stone wall beside. Looking at the desperate Kim Min-yo, Park Young-soo couldn't help but ask, "What unforgivable things have humans done to you? And what did I do wrong?" Kim Min-yo grabs Park Young-soo's hair. "Keep using your right hand to hammer and roar. You shouldn't be happier than me. You shouldn't forget me. After I came back, no one understood me and tolerated me. And you shouldn't come to bring hope to these people. The sad world I created with great difficulty. You almost broke it." Suddenly a bullet flew by. Jin Minju turned around and saw a girl holding a pistol, crying that he is indeed our last hope, so I have to help her. Park Young-soo also weakly called Zimin's name. Kim Min-yo then released her left hand. "Walk slowly towards Zimin. Do you think this gun can kill me?" Zimin's body trembled subconsciously, but the words spoken were powerful. "I know I can't defeat you now, but I believe we can win one day." The girl stepping forward at the moment of death moved the magic warrior Ma Yili, decided to betray the strongest warrior Kim Min-yo. Although they are both warriors returning from another world, there is a huge difference in strength. Ma Yili's full strength attack can only delay a little time. Turn around and grab the unconscious Park Young-soo. Quickly fly away from here, leaving Zimin without any strength. The scene of the Magic Warriors' rebellion, also seen by the transformed warriors, immediately switched to bombardment mode. Aiming at the two people in the sky, suddenly countless shells were fired. Ma Yili relies on her precise control of magic, and props block the attack. Having said that, other warriors have arrived. The martial arts warrior Qian Zhisheng took the lead in soaring into the sky. Suddenly a soldier jumped out from above, appeared right in the middle of the two. Then pull the grenade, shout, and live. He used his life to stop Qian Zhisheng, forced to stop at the building at this moment. What I didn't expect was that there were a group of soldiers holding grenades around me. Pull the lock and hold Qian Zhisheng tightly. The warriors couldn't understand this scene, the humans who had just been beaten and fled. Now he rushed up like crazy. The same is true for the Iron Fist warriors. The truck driver rushed towards Jung-gi Hao at full speed, but he easily split it in half. The truck was filled with time bombs. The driver was smiling at this time. "I must live on." Tons of bombs exploded along with the truck. All this was just to buy the two of them some time to escape, because Ma Yili and all mankind understand Park Young-soo is the future of mankind. She is the only one who has a chance of defeating Sword Warrior Kim Min-yo, even if the chances are slim, but it's still worth fighting for with all your strength. The blood-sucking warrior Hong Hualong also caught up at this time. Using your own blood, transforms into a huge blood bow. Thousands of arrows flew at once, accurate shot in the waist. The whole body leans back. Just then, I saw someone on the rooftop, instructing me to flee in that direction. Today's underground city has long collapsed. The exit that the 7 warriors had previously broken through together is now guarded. Ma Yili can only follow the instructions, fly quickly in the indicated direction. Han Huarong is also chasing closely behind him. At this time, the underground city elevator. There are tens of thousands of people queuing at the door. In this critical moment, not only the military is not allowed to pass and let everyone attract the warriors, there are still tens of thousands of civilians here. The reason for doing this is just because this elevator is the only one that works properly now, and tell everyone to use it again. After helping Park Young-soo leave, the power supply will be cut off and the operation will be stopped. Once this was said, this immediately caused dissatisfaction among everyone. Everyone is cursing. Aren't they human beings? The leader just said. Who can protect you when you go to the ground? Including me. I couldn't escape the fate of being hunted down. But now our sacrifice may not be the end, but a comma with hope. As long as the rebel warrior Park Young-soo survives, we still have hope of defeating the sword warriors. We are just investing our lives. Take a gamble for a better future. So please give up your life. Fight with us. This request is excessive, but for the sake of future generations, we can only do this. At this time, a man handed the child to others. I won't keep my place anymore. Let him grow up healthy and happy. The people in the elevator looked at each other. Step out together. Leave the space for those who really need help. All young men. They all went to the battlefield with the army, even if there is only a hammer and a stick. I also decided to protect the hope of mankind until my death. Ma Yilin in the sky looked down. I understand the sacrifices you've made, but I can't do anything. I can only hold Park Young-soo and stay away from here, watching these ordinary people. Use your life to buy time for Park Young-soo to escape, and these 50,000 lives. But it was sacrificed just for one person, because he is the last hope of mankind. 3 months ago, military mistake targets missiles at refugee camp. Suddenly, a light wave shot out from the building, prevented the disaster, and the girl was the only one to come out of the building. Therefore, it was discovered by the organization. But the strange thing is, it's obviously Ma Yili from the destruction camp. They actually saved the person they were supposed to kill. Then the magic warrior Ma Yili explained, every warrior who returns from another world. His strength is only one level higher than the Demon King he defeated. In other words, the strength of the Demon King indirectly represents the strength of the warrior. The Demon King defeated by the sword warrior Kim Min-yo, then all the demons that the returning warriors have defeated, 100 times stronger. So this war was lost from the beginning. In order to survive, I can only join Jin Minju's camp. Only in this way can I continue to take care of my seriously ill mother and young sister. If we fight for humanity, after I die, who will be willing to take care of my family in the end times? After the reconstruction department learned about the situation, it was also decided to let Ma Yili join Jin Minju's side. But I joined as an undercover agent in this critical moment. Just save Park Young-soo. My mother and sister will also arrange to go abroad for recuperation, for humanity, and for loved ones. Ma Yili finally chose to betray Kim Min-yo. The dying Park Young-soo was taken to an uninhabited island. At this time, the White Palace in Country P, leaders of various countries are seriously discussing the fate of the world. Due to the loss of contact with the reconstruction forces of Country H, the whole world felt the unprecedented danger of national destruction. The only warrior who could resist Kim Min-yo is now seriously injured, healing with help from other allies to stop these lunatics. Countries unanimously decided to use Forbidden's weapons. God's Retreat just launched. Country H will completely disappear from the map. But for the future of mankind, I had to decide to launch. When the transformation warriors find out, God's Retreat will arrive in Country H in 2 minutes. But the warriors were not afraid, because of the ability of returning warriors Lee Ching-jun. But I can turn back time. Let the whole world go back to a certain moment. The transformed warriors also said at this time, next time you revive, hack into their satellite. Prevent the launch of God's Retreat. Then everyone sat down quietly watching the nuclear bomb in the sky. A huge red mushroom popped up in the distance. At this time, Lee Chang-jun smiled and said, anyway, your memories will disappear after you go back. Now let me tell you one thing. Your parents died in my hands. I did this on purpose. Finally, the entire underground city was destroyed. With the death of Lee Chang-jun, time begins to flow backwards. Back to when we just wiped out the intelligence department. At this time, Lee Chang-jun was sending a detailed battle video to Country P. The reason for doing this, just want to make Kim Min-yo the enemy of the whole world. He wants to protect the country. He launched a nuclear bomb on his own head. Just 1 hour. The world's hegemon Country P disappeared from the map. The congressman who managed to survive abroad. Suddenly, I was told that I had become the president of the country. All this happened because Country P decided to destroy Country H, fired the Forbidden's weapon God's Retreat, but I didn't expect, when launching, the modified warriors hacked into the system, changed the projection location to Country P, let them shoot themselves in the foot once the new president takes office. There are 2 computers in front of me. One controls the launch site that is still in use. The other is a dedicated line that can directly contact the transformation warriors. It turns out that there was a transformation warrior 100 years ago. It was he who put an end to the First and Second World Wars. It took only 20 years to bring P country's technology to its peak. He is an essential partner for every president. In fact, the emergence of warriors is not limited to Country H. There have been warriors who have defeated local demon kings all over the world. Some warriors used their own abilities, became the emperor who ended the chaos. Some warriors have become milestones in technology. The previous generation of transformation warriors had several incarnations. Whether it is Einstein or Tesla, he is actually. The transformation warriors also know the reason why the president came this time. I want to help the world destroy these evil warriors to repay the life-saving grace. The transformed warrior readily agreed to protect the world. Meanwhile, deep in the church, a tin can was pulled out of the lava, and the person inside was actually the greatest missionary from 700 years ago. The first warrior of faith who is very friendly to humans. Saint Demian. The scene changes at the secret base in Russia. 3 soldiers are knocking on a wooden door. The old man who opened the door was covered with countless medals. This person is the legendary hero who saved the country many times. Freeze warriors Busky. The enemies of these old warriors are now, it is Li Jialan, the current transformation warrior with artillery mode. Hong Warong, the blood-sucking warrior who has mastered the Forbidden's art. Bak Hana, a warrior of faith with more than 10 million disciples, and the one with the strongest power. Sword warrior Kim Min-yo. Even if hundreds of enemy tanks fired at the same time, it can't hurt him at all. With just a giant sword, he can cause great destruction to all living beings within a radius of 100 miles. But it is this kind of person. The older generation of warriors still dared to confront them head-on. As the old man spewed out the eternal frost, Jin Minju was shrouded in cold air. The body's flexibility also decreases. See the scene. The old man immediately blasted the black turtle forward. Jin Minju is trying to avoid, but found that my feet were frozen. A tortoiseshell weighing 10,000 tons hits your face. The whole person was blown away several meters in the blink of an eye. My hands were frozen while I was waiting. The old man is sitting on the turtle shell, spit out a bear ice sculpture. Suddenly transformed into a huge black bear, keep hitting Jin Minju. Seeing this scene, I feel like the giant bear's power is still not enough. Then he spit out the seagull ice sculpture. Seagulls endowed with the power of freezing. Using its extremely hard mouth, it stabbed. Just then, a huge sword cut the giant bear and seagull in front of it into two halves. Look at the old man in front of you after loosening his frozen right hand. Pick up the giant sword immediately. Swing at the head. The old man suddenly looked up. The head left the body in the blink of an eye, falling onto the ice together from the beginning of the battle. Jin Minju never thought of attacking. I chose to be beaten just to understand the attack mode of the Freeze warrior. Facing this warrior who has fully mastered magic, only after they let down their guard, use Thunderstrike to quickly decapitate. Jin Minju was standing in front of the old man at this time. I feel like this shouldn't be that simple. After careful observation, I found that there was no blood in the neck. Suddenly the chest cracked. The old man jumped out holding the ice sword. A sword hit Jin Minju's chest. Then he spat out a mouthful of blood, immediately raised the sword. Keep swinging down towards the head. The old man quickly opened his mouth and spit out the squid statue. Suddenly a huge tentacle appeared, shot on Kim Min-yo, directly blasted it hundreds of meters away. When you get up, I found that the cold air entering my body could not be suppressed. If the battle is not ended soon, I will freeze to death here. Then the old man spit out the whale. A giant whale came in response. Flying towards Kim Min-yo, sword light appeared. The whale was cut in half, but the cold weather. My right hand started to become weak. The old man continued to open his mouth. Two silver wolves suddenly appeared, biting Jin Minju madly to end the fight quickly. Kim Min-yo splits the giant sword in two. For the first time, he showed his strongest form to the world. But the old man was not afraid of this. Open your mouth and spit out several puppets. Then one soldier after another appeared on the battlefield. The previous golem warrior and sword warrior also stood up. They have only one enemy. It was Kim Min-yo who showed her true strength. Facing countless soldiers, I saw him raise his sword and drop it. The icemen were cut in half, giant hand in the sky. Suddenly, all of them fell down and pinned Jin Minju down. Just 1 second, Jin Minju stood out, smashed everything in sight. Then the sword warrior descended from the sky. They are all warriors who have been chosen, famous for its destructive power. Dust cleared, only Kim Min-yo was lying on the ground. The erosion of cold. Completely disable your left hand. The battle. Jin Minju felt like she was being played around by someone. Having said that, you can only choose to face the enemy head-on. The old man was also exhausted due to excessive summoning. At this moment, Jin Minju kept shouting in her heart, I have to make everyone feel. After giving up everything and returning home with hope, only then did I realize that my life was filled with despair. The reason why Jin Minju keeps killing humans. I want to vent my injustice in this way and uncontrollable anger. It is precisely because of this almost crazy behavior, make others suspect that he has turned into a monster, lost the qualification of being a human being, became a monster from another world in order to stop Jin Minju. The old man took the opportunity to come behind him, grab Kim Min-yo by the back of the head, use absolute zero with all your strength, freeze him completely. The old man didn't expect. I have never encountered such a terrifying opponent in hundreds of years. If left alone, the world might really be destroyed, but the good thing is, it's all over. You can go back and have a good sleep now. Suddenly a wave of light descended from the sky. It just happened to fall next to the ice sculpture. In the light waves, it was the people from another world that Jin Minju had saved. Seeing the benefactor frozen, my former teammates were horrified. The old man didn't expect this to happen. Jin Minju also saw them at the same time. They all looked at the old man seriously.